Not to brag, but I have actually achieved all the goals which I set for myself, whether it's business goal, personal goal, or fitness goal. And yet there are goals which is still in progress, which I'm still working towards. But that's just the nature of the goals. It grows as you grow. But it wasn't like this all the time. Like, I see most people struggle with goal setting. Like, they do know where they want to go, but they aren't actually able to make progress towards it. They aren't actually able to move towards it. They kind of freeze out how to actually uh, move towards it. They either get paranoid about thinking that, oh my god, my goal is so big, how I'm going to achieve that. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can kind of mentally, and some strategies also I will give you, that you could mentally kind of understand this and have a mindset that how should you approach this goal setting thing, and how you can strategize things so that it you really make progress while working towards your goals. So I want to start this video by differentiating what a goal is versus a vision. See, we often get confused with what is a goal versus what is a vision. We think a vision is same as goals. It is not, to be honest. Like, if you think about vision, take it like you want to make like $10 million in next 10 years. Like, that is my vision, to make $10 million in next 10 years. But the goal is something different. The goal could be like, okay, I have like vision of like 10 years, but goals are the action steps, the next steps. For example, to reach to 10 million, I have to reach to 1 million first. To reach 1 million, I have to reach to 100K. To reach 100K, I have to reach 10K, 1K. So let's start with the beginning, that okay, I do want to reach to like 1K goal. Okay, so my action step should be according to that okay, I have to reach to 1K goal. So I'm planning and strategizing accordingly, not thinking about 10 million right now, because it won't make sense. Like, you have to get through this level, then you can think about like 10K, 100K, 1 million, 10 million. So that's the core like difference between having a goal versus having a vision, is that goal is something you plan and strategize and achieve. It's like short term, weekly, monthly. And a vision is like, okay, what on a big picture you actually want to do. Now, since we got that clear out, moving to the next point, which is the goals you are trying to achieve. It don't have to be too big that you are, paranoid, you are like paralyzed to even take action, and not too small that you are kind of lazing around, not doing the actual work. So back like 2 3 years ago, I read this book Atomic Habits for the first time, and this insight of James Clear really hit me, that when he was talking about is that how a challenge can actually motivate you to take action. And the example was simple, that if I made you play chess against a 5-year-old kid, you will be like, yeah, it's a freaking easy to beat him, there is no competition, you will feel bored to play with him. But on the same time, if I made you play chess with a chess master, then you will be like terrified, you will think that there is no way to win. And that's how exactly our goals work. So for me at that particular time, like, I was having my business. I was doing SMMA at that time, social media marketing agency. And at that point of time, I was constantly in this thought of like, okay, I was really scared to do cold calls. Like, I haven't done that. I was kind of introvert, never really talked with someone, and there were a few things in my childhood which gave me trauma. So I used to be away with people, and all alone on my own. But I wanted to really grow my business. And because I didn't have social skills or anything. I didn't have like that much of an exposure in like talking to people. And I chose like cold calls as my driving force of my business, which really shook me off, because it was the hardest thing I could ever do at that point of time. So what actually happened is that I was trying to do cold calls. I was setting goals like, okay, 100 cold calls, 200 cold calls. I was going on social media, and people were saying like, okay, do 100 cold calls. Like they were kind of logically state the fact that, yeah, if you do 100 cold calls a day, that's 3000 cold calls a month. And if you do 3000 cold calls, you will be getting like 4 or 5 clients easily. And I was like, yeah, logically it makes sense, but in real world, like, I'm scared of doing cold calls. And I was like, okay, on day one only I tried doing 100 cold calls, I did like 5. And I was tired, I was scared, and there was so much of mental friction. So, after reading the book of Atomic Habits and getting this idea of making the goal not too big, not too small, I kind of decided that what I will do, instead of making cold calls, because I was scared and all, because I have to first of all remove that scary part of it. So, what I did, instead of like talking, I will just ring 10 people and not speak a single word. Like, it sounds a bit weird, but it really worked for me at that time. Like, I just rang to like 10, 20 people, I didn't spoke a word. And I feel like it was working. And instead of doing 100 cold calls, I kind of like reduced it to like 30. And I was doing DMs at the same time, so that I don't lose the efficiency also. So I reduced to 30. And first first few days I did like I didn't spoke anything. Then a few days after, I kind of started speaking like first opener line, and kind of trying to handle objection. If you are in, if you have an agency, or if you have been in the sales business, then you kind of, in the starting of business, you will understand like cold calls can be scary. And that is what was happening with me. And after that, after a while, it got ease with me. And then I met my partner, and we kind of like started doing work together and things that of that nature. But that's like the another part of the story. But with today's topic, like, that's so motivating for me, because I wasn't like ready to do cold calls. But after learning about the concept of making the goal not too big, not too small, it kind of shifted my perspective, and I was able to reach that goal. Because what happens is that, for me, like, if I decided to do 100 cold calls, I used to get scared and paralyzed that, okay, I 100 cold calls, okay, today I'm not ready, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow happened, and okay, again some excuse. Every day was kind of that. I was procrastinating also at that point of time. But when I reduced it to like 10, 20, 30 cold calls and slowly progress, then it made sense. And it was easy for me to do cold calls and stuff of that nature. So that's the point in here. Like, you don't make goals too big, that you can't even, that you get paralyzed. And small will be like just doing me 2 cold calls, which doesn't have any effect in my business. That's also you don't want to do. With that being said, coming to the next point is that, while moving forward towards your goal, you should focus on what's in front of you rather than what's actually coming. Like, you should focus on the next step rather than what's actually coming. And I know you have about this to like a lot of people, but what I'm actually trying to say in here is that you don't have to actually think about or worry about like next steps. For example, if you are going to like another city, or another like state, whatever, and the distance is like 10 kilometers, so there is this a certain distance you can only see the road path. Maybe like 200 meters you saw, that you can just see like 200 meters, you can't see like all the 10 kilometers, what's gonna happen. So what you have to do is you just have to focus on going through that 200 meters, and then again you will see what's next 200 meters look like, and then you got through that, then again next 200 meters, and slowly you will reach to your 10 kilometers, your the city you want to go. And it had really helped me because I'm a bit of overthinker by nature. Like, no shame in that. Like, if I care for my project, that's why I overthink about, like, okay, how should I do it, what should I do it. So that's why, like, I remember while building my business up, back in 2024, I used to constantly have this overthinking, type of mindset that, okay, if I'm building my business, I have to consistently have like best strategies, best presentation, best, workflow, so that everything happens best. But I was building like in the back end of things which didn't even matter. Like, I was building like my websites, my other things of that nature, and it made me sound so dumb. L- like, you shouldn't do that actually. You should just focus on, like, okay, uh, right now you are not getting appointments, how you can get appointments. After that, okay, you are now get started getting appointments. Now, how to turn them into sales call, then after sales call, how to close them, after closing, how to deliver results to them. Like, that should be your main focus, one at a time. But it took me a while to realize this, and when I did, it started to click for me, and I just got to know that, yeah, this thing actually makes sense, and I think I should just keep doing it this way. I should just focus on what's in front of me, not like what's my vision or my long term plan. Like, with goal also, you can have that I have to upload maybe like 30 videos, but that's my goal. But what's in front of me is that making this one video, making bullet points of this video, pressing record, and just uh, flowing through, not thinking about, like, okay, what my 30 videos topic would be, and things of that nature. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope this helped. If you are struggling to set goals and actually achieve that, I hope it helps. This thing actually helped me, and right now I'm just in next term of, like, okay, how I'm gonna achieve my next goals too. So yeah, I'm working towards that. And if you have any question, you can message me on Instagram at peakmanash, or you can comment down also, what do you think of this video. And anyways, see you guys in the another one. Till then, peace. Like, share, subscribe, and see you in the another one. Bye.